going nuts. And the question about Kyler Murray's height answered. Todd McShay on the next biggest NFL Combine question. But first, the best thing I saw today. And we could have chosen several of these. Let's go to the Heartland. Shockers taking on UConn. They lead by 6 late. UConn, Alterique Gilbert.
Way out.
Steps in, buries it. 3-point game. Still a 3-point game. Same guy. Trying to sell an and one. Doesn't get a call, but the game's tied. Wichita State, just a 500 team this year, but looking to get the win. Bucket! Samaje Haynes-Jones. Watching this in real time, it looks like he's going the wrong way to shoot this way, but it makes sense. The lefty to his right, falling out of bounds. Beats the buzzer. Beats the Huskies. Oh. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you're on the TV. All right, to the NBA. Dwayne Wade and the Heat in Houston. CP3 and the Suns sporting some Wade apparel on the way into the building. My man James Harden got a beard like a billy goat. What are you supposed to do with this? Well, then the man takes... Like, that's a... I give up. I give up. He's pulling from 34 feet.
It's like 34 and a half.
As you do. Splappa. Harden. Through the contact. And the bucket. But it's the Heat that had the lead as Harden's trying to keep him in it single-handedly. He had 41 through 3 quarters. Dwayne Wade, who played the hero last night in Miami. Oh, that's old man at the Y ball fake game. Up, you, and take that one with you. Beautiful post moves down low. Rockets, though, trying to roar back into it. Harden, 1, 2, 3 the hard way. His 6th 50-point game of the season. And now that lead that they've been working on whittling down has been entirely erased. Harden this time with the right hand. He's amphibious. Now they lead by 2, and it's Harden again to the rim. As they now lead by 4. Wade. Mid-range game. Keeping the Heat in it. Trying to do what they did last night. Steal one late. Not going to happen. Harden goes for 58 and 10. Chris Paul participates in the scoring as well. That's it. That's all. Rockets finished with the most, not the lesser. It was the 6th 55-point performance of James Harden's career. Good for a tie for 4th place in NBA history, along with Elgin Baylor. Next on the list, Kobe and MJ at 9. He'll need just around 66. Just 66 more to catch Wilt Chamberlain's all-time record of 72. So no heroics tonight for Dwayne Wade, but undoubtedly he would have led the show last night with the best thing I saw. That miracle beat the buzzer and beat the Warriors, who got right back at it tonight in Orlando. No Kevin Durant tonight, his first night off of the year. Andre Iguodala resting as well. Dubs had a half-game lead for the 1 seed in the West. The Orlando Magic a half game out of 8th in the East. They have done a really nice job under Steve Clifford. Steph Curry getting geared up. They've won 23 straight when he plays without Durant. Curry, Jordan Bell, Curry, greatest shooter in the history of the game. Warriors won 53 straight when they take a double-digit lead to the 4th, but this is their 5th game in 8 nights, and in the 4th quarter, they ran out of get up and go. Terrence Ross hits the 3, ties things up. Aaron Gordon, he too can hit the 3. Late in the game, the Magic now lead. Curry, back iron, no. On the other end, DJ Augustine with a blow-by. Nobody there to protect the rim. It's now a 3-point lead. And with a huge 4th quarter, the Magic are going to come back. You see the Curry miss, Jerebko with a rebound. Cousins bully ball, no. Rebound to Ross. Curry missed a career-high 21 field goal attempts. 33 seconds on the clock, three-point game, and the tip-in from Gordon is good. He finished with 22 and 15, and the Magic get a 7-point victory over the world champs. So the Warriors had won 53 consecutive games, as I mentioned during the highlight, when they had a double-digit lead entering the fourth. With this result, some interesting movement in conference standings. Warriors entered the day, as I mentioned, out west, half-game lead over Denver. Magic were ninth in the East, half-game behind the Hornets, but now they each move into a tie with those respective teams. Warriors drop into second in the West, though, because of win percentage, and the Magic knock the Hornets down because they own the tiebreaker. To baseball now, and Bryce Harper finally has a new home. Given the length of the deal, he can plant some roots. 13 years, $330 million to stay in the NL East, but head north, up 95 from the district to Philadelphia. The 2015 National League MVP, only 26. The deal with a no trade and a no opt-out means he's almost certain to be a Philly for the remainder of his career. His agent, Scott Boras, told the New York Post, quote, "Bryce wanted one city for the rest of his career. That is what I was instructed to do," close quote. If that goal, meaning the number of years, superseded money, then it's mission accomplished. But also another feather in the Boras cap, because the $330 million trumps the Giancarlo Stanton deal that he agreed to when he was still in Miami by a total of $5 million over the length of the 13 years. Harper lands in a place where he's quite comfortable, among players with at least 200 at-bats at the venue. The career slugging percentage at the bank of .564 is the highest. His 14 home runs there, the most at any park as a visitor. Since he arrived in the Bigs in 2012, Harper's hit 96 home runs against National League East opponents. Among all National League players over that time, that's more homers versus a single division than any other player has against any other division. 24 of them against the Phillies. Phillies have been awfully busy this offseason with their acquisition of Harper, Realmuto, Segura. Elias says they're the first team in history to add 3 position players in an offseason, all of whom were all-stars in the previous season. So you want to take a look at what this formidable lineup might look like on opening day, and had the biggest Philly fan I know texting, "Oh, happy day." Remember, they also acquired Andrew McCutchen, a former MVP himself. He and Harper could become the first former MVP teammates to start in the same outfield on opening day since Barry Bonds and Willie McGee for the Giants in '94. Here's Gabe Kapler on the moment they found out they had landed Harper.
We had some fans behind us who were sharing kind of moment-by-moment tweets with us. And we were getting literally like 4 fans right behind where we were sitting telling us terms and, who was tweeting what. We're like, well, who's making the reports? We got to make sure that this person is credible.
Pretty cool, finally, I think we were a good team before him. He that addition to the team makes us even better.
From the beginning to the end, that's what you need, and definitely going to just make this team that much better.
It's good to be a Philly now.
It's always been, even before this, it was good to be one. It's really good to be one now.
Happy to welcome Ryan Howard in, our newest teammate. I hope they took care of you. I know you didn't get 13 and 330 from us, but I'm happy that I'm happy you're our teammate. And as a guy who played in Philly so long for so well and signed some big deals yourself, I would just ask, how do you react to 13 and 330? Those are big numbers, man.
I mean, you react like everybody else. You're just like, Bryce, will you be my friend?
Right.
Kind of looking at it, it's amazing. I mean, it's not a surprise at all. You know that Bryce is going to go out there and he's going to go and try to get the highest, biggest record contract that he can get, going above Giancarlo Stanton's. I'm not surprised at all that he did get it.
Now, as a guy, as I mentioned, who played so long and so well for Philadelphia, the most important thing for this guy to understand, he knows Philly. He's played against him for years from Washington. But now that he's wearing that Philly uniform in that very passionate city, what's the most important thing for him to do to connect to those fans?
Bryce, the most important thing you can do, bro, is go out there and bring that lunch pail every single day. That's it. You got to have – this city wants a championship, and they're looking at Bryce Harper to help bring home another championship. But I also think that Bryce is a guy who's built for that situation. He's built for the limelight, to have that target on his back. and to be able to look to try to carry a team. So I think that Bryce knows exactly what he's gotten himself into. It's just going to be a matter of seeing how it all plays out.
Just the last thing here, man. Look, you did really well and made tons of money, but every generation of guys sees the next generation and just shakes their head. 330? Come on. When you hear 330, and Mike Trout's going to get 500, like, just how do you react to the numbers?
I mean, it's insane. It just continues to go up. It just makes you wish you were 5 to 10 years younger so you can get back in the game and try to get a little piece of it, man. It's insane to see where the